All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Coffee with the Freight Coach. My name is Chris Jolly. I am your host, and I am the Freight Coach. Before we jump into today's episode, as always, thank you guys so much for coming out and listening to this podcast. We're on an absolute roll here, you guys. And then, especially if this is your first time tuning in to all of this stuff, welcome. This is the real side of freight, ladies and gentlemen. Anybody who shows up or appears on this show or my weekday live show where I break down industry headlines for everybody is active in the transportation industry. We are here to provide insight and information that you can apply, utilize, and see a meaningful difference in your business, in your life. At the end of the day, you guys, it's one of the many reasons why I proudly fly this American flag every single day. A, we're the greatest nation on earth. B, I'm living my American dream, and I want to help each and every one of you guys live your American dream as well. One small favor to ask. If you guys are not subscribed and value what we talk about here today, you guys subscribe, share the show, rate the show, do all of that. That's how we are the top transportation podcast, is because of each and every one of you guys getting it out there. Because if you guys see value in this, your network's going to see value in this as well. I got a very special guest for you guys today. I'm ready to you guys are going to be ready to run through a brick wall. So put a football helmet on, because we're here to talk about building up businesses, books of business, freight sales, all of that, you guys. We're here to talk about the realities of jumping out, starting your own freight agency, and really how that transition can be. And so with that being said, I got my man, Scott Sargent here. He's with SPI Logistics as well. So Scott, thank you so much for joining me here.
Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for having me on.
Dude, I start the shows off the same every single time. How did you get your start in freight? What brought you into the industry?
That's a crazy story, honestly. So I had a rental car business and I had it for about 5 years, and it's a freaking nightmare. Hey, most stressful thing I ever had in my life. I had to get out of it. It was just terrible for me, whatever. I had to sell the business. But so I sold it to a guy, started working for him. And then I had a buddy who was a basketball coach at UTC. His name was John Schulman. He got fired at UTC, and then they hired him at Access America to be like an outside sales guy, right? And he didn't know what he was doing, but he was a recruiter. He was a salesman. So he just hired him to go talk, play golf, whatever. But one day he came to me and he's like, Scott, he said, you know what you'd be good at? And I said, what? He goes, you want to make money? I said, yes. He goes, why don't you come down here and do an interview? So I went down there, I did the interview, and I killed it.
Yeah.
I thought I killed it because they were like, hey, so will you be able to answer the phone on a Sunday? I said, man, I've got a rental car business. I got people breaking down in Orlando on a Sunday. I got to find them another van. I got to do this, do that. I'm always available. So I was like, I got this job. I get this piece of cake.
Yeah.
Dude did not hire me. Not dropping his name because I still know him and whatever.
Yeah.
He's still around. Yada, yada. I put my resume right back in there. I said, no, I'm getting this job. And then I got interviewed. It was Access America. My great friend, Matt Soloff, hired me, thank God. And that literally just changed my life right there. And then I jump in. I have no idea what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Literally never, I didn't know what a dry van was. Had no, a reefer. I know what reefer is, but it wasn't the reefer I was thinking. And I remember they literally day one, they hand me a phone. Here you go. I had no idea what to say, whatever, but I just did it. I just started making calls and yada, yada. Here I am.
That's funny, because that training seems pretty much par for the course for all of individuals in the industry. That's fortunately, I had a little bit more in-depth training than that, but by the time I got to actually selling, it was like, all right, here's 100 phone numbers, start dialing.
Yeah.
But it's like now though, man, I'm so much more strategic about who I'll even reach out to and how I'm building up my book of business. Cause just like with you, man, my agency is being built up through SPI right now as well. And I started from scratch, dude. I hadn't brokered in a couple of years because I was just doing consulting work because at the beginning of the pandemic, I was out of a job and I needed to make money. So I started talking shit into a mic and it led to all this stuff.
Yeah.
But no, just getting back in it though, and really rebuilding my book of business up from scratch. And I think, as a rest assured, nothing's changed from the core fundamentals of this industry. But I think now though, like having the autonomy to do it my way, and I don't have to like filter through anybody else's corporate guidelines. That's what I like. That's what I love the most about being my own boss, is I answer to me and that's it. And I get to make those executive decisions. And frankly, it's a rush. Like, I'll take the stress of the unknown of entrepreneurship over the stress of making sure my boss likes me to keep my job at brokerage, because I feel sometimes you spend more time making sure your boss likes you than you actually do selling freight.
Yeah, and you're doing stuff that's not like you said. It's always been about quality and not quantity, right? But they want you to come in here. And some of the last two companies I worked for, really, they give you training, right? And the
Yeah.
training's just it's a joke, honestly, because I tell everybody that came in, you're going to learn a lot more sitting right here
Yeah.
than just listening, watching, and doing it yourself. The training is like there's got to be a little bit of training, but at the end of the day, there's sales people, there's operators, and then there's carrier reps.
Yep.
It's kind of like the breakdown, like Coyote has their deal set up. But that's true. But when you can't make an operator a salesman, and you can't ask them to be a salesman and say, make these 100 calls, they're going to get burnt out and they're going to be gone. That's why you see people leaving these places all the time, because they can't do it. They're hiring, you hire the right people. And those people, you don't need training.
Yeah.
If you're hungry and you want to make money, then go get it. It's literally the easiest thing out. Just make the freaking call and learn how to talk to people.
Scott, I think for me personally, I think that the only thing I can't teach is a work ethic. Like if
Yeah.
you have any questions about freight, I'll put my industry knowledge up against anybody's out there. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you've been doing this for twice as long as me. I will put my industry knowledge up against you. That's how confident I am in my ability. Some say arrogant, but I know, because again, nothing changes about this industry. And the fact of the matter is, most of your prospects are all dealing with the exact same shit, right?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
they're all dealing with the exact same stuff. And you just literally, you can't go in there and talk about, maybe I could save you a little bit of money, or, oh, I got access to, we all have access to trucks. All
Yeah.
right. It's really not that hard to differentiate yourself out there. But what gets hard though is the non-responses and the rejections,
Mm.
because that starts to beat you down mentally. If you have that work ethic in you, if you have that dog in you, you're going to keep showing up. And then that's where like the secret sauce is, I think, and everything is you're going to follow up, you're going to keep showing up, and you're going to keep putting in the work for the calls. And
Mhm.
that's where the results are going to be. And, but that's what deters and like throws so many people off is it's like, you're going to get told no literally thousands of times, sometimes in a row. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to accept that.
Hey, I had one of the two quick stories. The first real sales call, I say, but besides the just awful cold calls I was doing in the beginning, I was literally 3 weeks in to Access America. And I kept seeing like loads come over to, it was Nestle Waters.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I see tons why are we not moving this? Because again, I had no clue what's going on here. Tons of loads, load lists. Why are we not moving? What is going on? They said, our rates are too high. I said, okay, so y'all submitted low rates and therefore you're not going to take this rate. Okay, cool. And he goes, but you can call the guy and maybe see if you can give him a spot quote on this lane or that lane. So I did. I said, okay. I'm thinking, why haven't you done it?
Yeah.
So I made the call. Somehow I say this, the guy was pissed, but he goes, okay. And I put in the rate and I did like 20K in margin like my first month working there. So it was superhero. Anyway, got bought out, lost that business like a month later. But the other big customers was me calling, knew it was a huge beast, tons of potential. And I called every location they had over and over again, probably just people annoyed. The same guy, just another broker on the phone, but I didn't want to give up. I started having little conversations a little bit more and more with these people. So they knew who I was. And then one day I get a call from corporate guy. Hey man, I know you're calling everybody. Stop calling. Stop calling them. I'll let you know when you can move freight with us. And I was, crap, man. I was kind of let down, beat down. There's that last no. I really thought I was getting somewhere. 2 weeks later, I started calling them again. And sure enough, I get that call back from them one weekend and I saved their ass and been working with them ever since. And they appreciated me. Like you're talking about that work ethic, man, I was there for them 24/7. Like they
Scott,
could, Sunday, I'm there for them all the time.
let's talk about that right there, man, because I think that is another crucial point that a lot of people lose out on those opportunities, because that opportunity for those, like really any customer, for example, it's not going to come across your desk at 2 o'clock on a Tuesday. At least it never did for me. All
Yeah.
right. It never did for me. It was always like you're talking about. You're calling all the facilities. You get introduced to corporates. No, we're good right now, but you keep following up in some capacity to them. And then, hey, you've been reaching out to us for the last 6 months. We have this opportunity. Here it is. It picks up at midnight tonight and it's got to deliver straight through roadside delivery. This is your opportunity. And then you break even on it. Maybe you make a couple of bucks, nothing special. But if you don't answer that call, that opportunity goes to a guy like you or a guy like me who has been following up just as much.
Yeah.
But we're going to take that call. And I
You-
think that's the great separator out there that not just in freight sales, man. I think this is in, dude, I was in Nashville a while ago and like you're out on what is it, Broadway. And
Yeah.
every bar you're in, everybody's a good singer, right? Every band is playing good music. And we were talking, we're like, why does why is Jason Aldean and Luke Combs and Morgan Wallen, why are they all top of the top? And I looked at everybody because they took that next gig when they had been told no a
Yeah.
1,000 times prior and got cut from their labels and got booted off of whatever. They said yes that next time. When most people they get that email and they were told no 100 times prior from other prospects, and they're just like, fuck it. I don't even want to respond to this. This isn't what I want to do. I don't want to pick this up tonight and deliver it straight through.
It's too hard.
Yeah, that's where those opportunities will always come.
Yeah, no, again, that's what I try to preach to people. But when this goes back to the work ethic, nowadays with these cell phones and Facebook, everybody's looking at their phone all the time. Anyway, I'm like, just check your freaking emails all the time now. You know what I mean? Because you could get a guy in California. I'm on the East Coast. For him, it's 3 p.m. So, hey, Scott, here you go. You've been asking me, blah, blah, blah. Can you do this? But it's 6 p.m. and I'm logged off or I'm checked out because the work day is over. You miss it. You miss that opportunity ever. And I had people working for me that would tell somebody, yeah, at 5 o'clock, I stopped looking at my emails. I'm like, you're toast. You're toast. But I look at my phone, I'll check my emails. Again, my largest customer, I'll be down in Disney World with my kids walking around on the phone, putting out fires. And they still call me Disneyland to this day because I'll be sitting there working 7 days a week for them.
But the reality is when you're building your businesses and your book of business, that is what's required. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say you got to work 29 hours a day, 8 days a week, any of that bullshit. But like, the reality is when you are starting stuff out and are building, that is the type of effort that is required to gain that initial traction. Because otherwise, you're going to miss out on opportunities that come across like that. And again, like, I'm not going to sit here and say you have to set an alarm for every 2 hours and wake up and check your email overnight. Not at all.
Yeah.
But you need to be available as a business owner. Like, I need to be available if my clients call me because, like, for me, Scott, it's if I don't perform, I don't eat. My kid doesn't eat. Like, I'm the breadwinner in the family. If I don't perform, my family goes hungry. So it's like, what's worse to me? Not answer, like being a little bit tired. If I've been tired
Yeah.
from a working class blue collar family, I've been fucking working since I could hold a shovel.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's the thing for me. It's like, I always told people, I remember when Coyote was hiring, all they would hire were like 22-year-olds out of college, right? Who were happy with the 40K or whatever the salary was coming out. That's a lot of money for a kid, blah, blah, blah. And I'd be able to, I want a 40-year-old with 3 kids to feed.
Yeah.
That's the guy. I want the guy he's hungry. He's got to eat. He's got to feed people. One's going to make those calls and be available. The 22-year-old is drinking beer at 4:59. He's gone.
Yeah.
He's not the sales guy you're looking for.
Yeah.
And you know what? Honestly, they wouldn't have, I got lucky to even get on over there, but a lot of people just go hire these kids expecting something, I guess, because the low pay. I don't know, but it's work. If you want to be successful, hire the right people with work ethic.
Yeah.
That's hungry.
And that's the thing, man, is
For this job.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. So let's jump it over, man, because I think that once you get out and start doing your own thing, like literally it sounds simple, but the hardest part is always starting. And from there, you'll figure it out. Like, again, dude, when I started doing all this shit, I didn't know how to work a camera, a mic. I didn't know how to edit content. I didn't know how to produce a podcast. I'm still figuring this shit out as I go. Dude, I have a very expensive camera that I still have to go to YouTube to figure out how to adjust the settings when shit happens. But I'll do it because I got to figure it out.
Yeah.
But like, after you switch, again, back to the hardest part is always starting to me. Looking back at your career now, knowing what you're doing as an agent and running your own agency, would you have started sooner if you knew what was actually available to you?
Okay, so I came on pretty hot. So those the first year or two, I had some loyal customers. I could have gone right. I had no idea about being an agent there on my own. I had no idea.
Yeah.
But as the years went by, I started hearing and seeing things again. Like I could do it, but too scared to make the leap. Oh, I don't know. What if it falls apart? And here I am starting all over again. I'm scared, man, honestly. And then I had a good friend of mine who turned out to be my amazing girlfriend. She went to be an agent and she crushed it. And I saw, okay, now, okay, 70%. Okay. So I watched that go. And then COVID. So COVID, again, do I want to work from home by myself all day, not around people? What, you know what I mean? I was just, that's the thing. That's the thing. Cause I had fun at work. I go to work, cut up with all the people, did the thing. Then COVID came and I had to work from home. And I was like, I can do this shit.
Yeah.
Man, I'd work, I'd go outside, I had a tan, I'd be working from the pool. I was like, this is shit. I can do
Yeah.
this. I don't need to be in an
Yeah.
office. I'll see those people on the street one day. Who cares? And so that's when I learned I could do this, but I still was hesitant for some reason. It just held me back. And then finally, it just came down to this is the opportunity that has been in front of me. And once I made the leap, I can't believe I wasted so many years not doing it. If you've got the work ethic and you've got business, if you've got a loyal customer or some business that you know you can take with you or whatever, right? They're going to work with you. Do it. Like, don't hesitate. Literally do it right now because you're wasting money. You're losing tons of money every day you don't do it.
Yeah.
And you know what? If you don't have that for sure business or loyal customer, but you've got balls and you are hungry, do it. Go for it. Give yourself the chance to do it. It's unbelievable.
I just think of it like this, man, because I was weighing back and forth on probably for realistically the previous year prior to actually opening things back up on my own of what am I going to do? Am I just going to go out, get my own authority, insurance, MC, everything like that? Or what other opportunities are out there? And because again, it's for me personally, it was like the financial side of things, because again, like I had been building my company for the last 2 years. So like I really haven't made any money prior to this. So it's not like I had 60, 70, $80,000 just sitting around because I'm building shit up. Like I bootstrapped everything. Like every
Right.
dollar I make, I reinvest back in. I really haven't drawn any money for the last 3 years. And then when I was talking with the guys at SPI about everything, I'm like, man, this just like I'm an independent contractor. I own my own company. I use their software. I use their authority. And the operational support that came along with it to me was like, dude, because like I worked for a pure startup, my last employer. I was like employee number 3. I was there within the first 12 months. I know all the hurdles that we had to overcome. Finding customers wasn't hard. It was getting carriers to take your loads because you didn't have any credit and you couldn't get factored. And so for me, I'm just like, man, I don't know if I want to go through all that. And then I also had my wife in my ear, like, hey, I support you. I love you. But if this costs us from getting a house, we're going to have a different conversation. But again, like that kind of pushed me in the right direction. But it's like, I personally think from the support system alone that's inside of SPI and like, that is where like it's worth its weight in gold. Plus the technology. I don't think people understand how capital intensive it is to actually get a brokerage up and running. And
Yeah.
adversely, though, I don't think that they understand that there's an opportunity out there where you can literally just plug in your book of business
Yeah.
day one and start collecting double, if not triple, of what you're currently getting paid.
Dude, it's the okay, back office part of SPI, very impressed because that was a thing so my girlfriend's company, she's working with for quite a few years, terrible back office.
Yeah.
Terrible. I'm like, they don't help her with anything. It's amazing the difference. And that's one reason why my buddy came over to SPI recently, because they help us. They're there for us and make my life easier. Hey man, I was playing golf today and moved 20 loads today. I got help, and thanks to them, they can cover my butt on some things I need done. Just pick up the phone or email them.
Yeah, because it was like, dude, to me, the agency, like again, I've been in this industry for a long time. And similar to you, the agent model, it was foreign to me. I had never even heard I had heard of it, but I had never once thought that would be a viable career option. And now I'm looking at it, same thing, man. I'm like, shit, dude, I wish I would have started this years ago.
Oh my
That's
God.
like why I was burnt out from freight a couple of years ago was because like I wanted to be my own boss and do my own thing. That's why I was like, I wanted to try something new. But really what it was is I wanted to fucking do my own thing. And if I would have known then, hey, you could just become an agent. Here's how it really is. Dude, I would have did this two and a
Yeah.
half years ago. But
No.
then like none of the other media shit and the cool shit probably would have transpired. So I'm glad the path that I'm on is, in my opinion, this is the journey that God has laid out for me. And this is why it happened the way that it did. But my thing is, I'm like, man, for anybody out there, if you have, again, if you've built a book of business and if you have a similar experience to Scott here, that you've just been dialing, you have customers you've been working with for years, but especially like right now, man, with all like, I hate to use this and tie this into the conversation, but like with all the layoffs that are happening right now, and then like with some of these large logos that you see, they're not laying off entry level people either here. Like these are tenured individuals. And I think like for anybody out there who's listening, like this is a legitimate, viable career path for you where you could transition in and literally be up and running the next day.
Exactly. That's exactly. I'm living proof. The next day, I'm rocking and rolling. And you literally, again, it's all about for you. You were saying something about the financial situation. I have 2 kids in private school. I'm a single father, raised them by myself for the last 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even though I was making good money at these other companies, it wasn't enough. I knew as much money as I was making them, I was worth way more. And I knew that making this leap, I knew I was going to make money, but I was scared because again, you go a month without any money, and that's scary for you. So you got a lot of bills.
Try 14.
And
Try 14.
yeah, I was scared, but that's what scared me. But again, making that leap, immediately start making money. I got over that pretty quick.
Yeah, but no, dude, because like that is a scary part. Like, I'm the type of individual though, Scott, that again, if it didn't happen this way, I never would have. Like with me and even continuing to push through the early times and starting everything out because man, I didn't break even for like the first 15 or 16 months in business. Like I literally was delivering pizzas. I was out there doing whatever I had to do to put food on my family's table. I'm not fucking too proud to admit it. I
Yeah.
still have my Domino's shirt in my closet and I look at that fucking thing every day.
Reminds you. Yeah.
Exactly. Because I'm like, A, I'm not above any job out there, but B, I will never fucking go back to that. I will make those calls. I
Yeah.
will send those emails. I will show up every single day
Yeah.
because of what I had to do for those first like 15 months in business when there was nothing coming in. There was no engagement. There was no revenue. There was nothing. I was fucking running scared every day.
Yeah.
And shit, like the fear never goes away. But like
Yeah.
now it's just now that I have that experience out there, I'm like, fuck it, man. It's go time. And really understanding that every opportunity you're presented with in life is like, you're like, you want to change your life? You're one phone call away from that. You're one email, you're one interaction away from changing the landscape of your life every single day. And if you found yourself like Scott and myself, I felt that way at times too. I'm like, man, I'm fucking doing how much a month? And I'm only making what? You
Yeah.
know? And again, I'm never going to sit here and say I ever went hungry because I never went hungry. But like when I'm looking at my overall numbers and what I'm getting paid at the end of the year, I'm like, there's a big fucking gap here.
Huge gap.
But you can take control of that shit. And it doesn't have to be because, like, again, like back to the money thing and like the uncertainty of everything, you eliminate 90% of that risk when you become an agent. Like, legitimately, 90% of the risk of starting your business is gone at that point because you have the infrastructure already in place. Like, you can legitimately unplug your computer from company A, and then on Monday, plug that motherfucker in on Tuesday morning, and bam, you have a fully
Build
operational.
a load and make 70% off the freaking thing instead of 5 or 10% or whatever the hell you're getting paid. It's a game changer. And again, it's just, if I lost customers that I'm working with now, so what? I'll call somebody tomorrow and I'll get another. You can't be scared to do that. So
I
yeah, it would suck to all of a sudden, oh shit, I've been cut off or whatever. So what? There's a billion other people that have freight. You just got to be confident and go after it and be hungry.
Yeah, I also think that with that being said there, going out and starting out and even rebuilding, I don't think there's so much opportunity that's out there from a shipper perspective, but like when you're doing it for yourself, like I never once have heard, oh, you work with, or you work for, or we don't work with you guys. I've never once heard that. And that's a breath of fresh air because I don't know, but like you've worked for some pretty big companies. I have too. I've heard that a lot. And
Oh, I have a story real quick. I don't want to cut you off there, but yeah, I had the
yeah,
company I worked with for years. I had to call, and the guy was like, "We don't want to work with Coyote. We don't want to work with 9 different people. We want
yeah.
to work with one person." You know what I said? "You will only work with me. You'll only hear from me. You only get emails from me. You only call me," which was the case for a while until I was told, "Oh, you need all these operators and all this stuff," which they didn't want. They only want to work with Scott, one person. Yes, I've been there.
And that's the thing, man, is like you can deliver that level of customer service to somebody. You can grow. Like it's truly, I have not ran into any roadblocks in going after who I want to go after and moving the freight I want to move. I
Right.
have not ran into any of that. And it's again, it's like to take over it's such a breath of fresh air, man. It's such a breath of fresh air to know every day that I'm logging in for me.
Yeah.
I'm sitting down, I'm building my dreams. And it also helps to have a phenomenal support staff behind you because very real stuff that goes on out there. Again, back to the whole having it be a capital intensive thing. Like I'm not like when it comes to credit, having somebody who can check credit on customers and even handle the like dude, billing and everything. Like I'm so glad that when I started out in business for myself, Scott, the first thing I did was get a CPA and a bookkeeper because that's
Yeah.
what kept me in business. Like in all reality, having that back office support, that's what's kept me in business because they set it up to where I set aside a certain percentage every dollar I make that goes
Yeah.
to savings for taxes and other
Yeah.
incidentals, everything that comes up.
Yeah.
Because again, it's once you do that, you can build the structure of your business to where you can utilize all of those cash reserves. Again, if you're going to self fund it or bootstrap it or however you want to do it, you can set
Mhm.
yourself up for success. And how many times are you in your previous life? I know I used to do this of having to verify information on PODs or track down BOLs and doing this and doing
Yeah.
that under the sun, and you're not spending time selling. And
Yes.
this is where that back office support and the technology that they have
Mhm.
in place already for you, where you
Mhm.
can focus on revenue, making
Mhm.
money, because that's
Hey,
what everyone wants to do.
you're right. And again, I can't speak enough about the folks at SPI in the back office. I had Mark Funk. He helped me with a carrier situation. Like we got him approved, got him booked on a load. And then he calls me and says, "Hey, Scott, that customer or that carrier's insurance is no good. They faked something, blah, blah." What he literally handled the situation from, again, loads in transit. I'm freaking out here, right? Oh, he's still in this thing. What's happening? He got these people over to a warehouse, transloaded it. We got another carrier on it, took care of everything while I could still do my job. Literally, if I had to do that day, my day's ruined.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I'm doing all that day. And he helped, man. He helped me. And that shit is huge.
Dude,
You got people to help you with that kind of crap. Come on.
every day, man. And that's the thing is it's again when I'm saying like literally 90% of the risk is damn near gone. It's
Yeah.
situations like that, man. The support is truly unreal. So, dude, as we're wrapping everything up here, man, because I want to be mindful of your time. I know you're still moving freight literally as we speak, and I'm in the process of onboarding some new clients as well. But what's one piece of advice? Because, dude, I get this being out in the social media world and doing all this, the media stuff that I do now. I hear from a lot of people. A lot of people they're like, I don't know what to do or say on the phone, or I'm having a hard time onboarding customers. what's one piece of advice you would give those individuals? Because just like you and me, man, they're trying to provide for their family as well.
Man, it's so hard. For me, it was just literally talking to people like I already know them. We're already friends. I already know them. I'm talking to them, not coming at them with just robot questions. Talk to them like just, and again, you don't want to get into the, oh, how are your kids and all that crap, but you got to find a way to connect with somebody.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about. You got to get them to like talking to you. This guy was hilarious. I would like to hear from him again or whatever. You've got to connect with the guy where they like you and they want to work with you. If you're a robot and you send emails and you're just bland and whatever, have some fire in your ass, have a little personality and just connect with people. That's all you can do. And not everybody can do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That is a kicker. And again, I think it comes with, if you're hungry, you're going to learn to do it on the fly anyway, if you really want it. And let me tell you something, man, for people who are listening and they're scared or whatever, they're making a little bit of money, not making the money they should be, go freaking do it. 70%. When you start thinking about 70% of what you're doing right now, just think about it and get out of there. Go do it on your own. You got this. Literally, it's the best thing I've ever done in my life. A great choice with the company and what I'm doing. Literally life changing.
Very well said. If you're sitting at that $10,000 a month in margin book of business somewhere right now, that's $7K to you, just an FYI.
Yeah.
I went to public school, man. So that's what I got.
Me too.
Simple shit.
No, again, and think about that. You're making, say you're doing 10K, and I know people, I know all the companies here. I'm in Chattanooga, man. It's a million ups over here. And there's people doing 10K in margin. Yeah, they got a little salary and they do 10K in margin. You know what their commission check on 10K in margin is? You know, like $150 or something. Are you freaking kidding me?
Yeah.
7,000. Yeah, you're not gonna have a salary, but let's do 20K a month. You don't need a salary. You're doing 20K a month.
Yeah.
So again, takes a little bit of balls and a little bit of confidence and hard work. And then literally, I feel like anybody can do it if they just try. Man.
That's the thing, man. Plus, you got a guy like you and a guy like me working under the same umbrella who will be more than happy to answer any questions anybody would have about any of that stuff. And that's another thing that I've noticed as well is like the more and more people that I meet inside of SPI, like, dude, I texted probably like 3 or 4 other agents. They're like, hey, what are your thoughts on that? Like, just helping each other out. Because again, man, we're all like, we're not fighting for the same customers by any stretch of the imagination, but if we can make each other better and we can make each other more profitable, man, everybody.
Hey, that's what I got. Our newest guy to SPI Logistics is Oliver Strawbridge. The man's a genius. Me and him, we bounce stuff off of each other all the time. I'm talking about the market. He has just an insight to this stuff a lot that I don't. I think I'm probably more of a salesman, and we talk about this all the time, and he'll say it too. But man, he knows the business, the industry, the market. I'll be like, man, I'll call him on what is going on today? What is it? It's not weather. It's not what. And he'll basically give me, okay, yeah, it sounds, about. But it is good to have people like that. And even people at other companies, go out and eat with them and just talk shit, talk business about it. You're going to learn from all these people, how they do it, or how this person does it. It's good to bounce that off each other, but we got some good people at SPI to do that with.
Dude, absolutely, man. Scott, thank you so much for joining me and sharing everything. I know I'm fired up and I'm ready to go. Like, I'm going to go put in some more work now.
I can't wait. I'm going to get off here. I'm going to handle these, put out a couple of fires and go make some more money.
I love it, man. That's awesome. Hey, if you guys made it this far in the episode, chances are you're already subscribed. But if you're not, and you saw value in what we talked about here today, you guys, subscribe and share that show. Rank that show out there, because if you guys see value in this, your network's going to see value in this as well. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys, and we'll be talking to you soon.